A child was hit by a car this morning on a busy Reading street. It is day 9 of the federal government shutdown, the outcome of the latest votes today in the Senate.
President Trump says he's confident Israeli hostages could be released in coming days. I'm Natalie Brand with what Israel and Hamas have agreed to and the celebrations from Tel Aviv to Gaza.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count
on. New at noon, a child recovering from minor injuries today after being hit by a car in Reading this morning. Happened at the intersection of Churn Creek Road and Hartnell Avenue just before 9 a.m. According to Reading Fire, the child who was hit was not seriously injured but was taken to a hospital as a precaution. Reading Fire says the collision was an accident and they were able to clear the scene quickly. We're working to learn from police whether anyone was cited. A live lookout from the Bunch Grass Lookout Alert California camera. You're seeing some clouds in the sky today. As to whether they hold any rain, we turn it over to meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding with what you can expect.
Well, we have seen an influx of cloud cover, especially in the North Valley, extending into the Cascades. We're looking at temperatures at the moment right around those 60s for the valley here, below average for highs today as we look at those only maxing out in the 70s to upper 60s in between Reading and Chico. And as we head towards the Sierra and the Cascades, could see some 50s and 60s hanging on. Tonight, we'll look at 50s for the valley, so warmer in the valley, but 40s as you head out towards the Sierra and the Cascades tonight. And looking at wind gusts, we definitely see those 10 to 15, maybe 15 to 20 for the remainder of today. Heading into your Friday, though, we notice those winds become a lot more elevated here, gusting 20 to 25 in the morning, could pick up to about 30 as we head through your afternoon for Friday. So a breezy outlook. We'll talk about rain chances and how those increase heading into tomorrow coming up.
All right. Thank you, Mikkel. Corning police used a police dog to help track down and arrest a domestic violence suspect. Police say they were called to the Maywood Apartments last night, where the victim said her husband had hit her at a nearby trailer park. Police identified the suspect as Angel Quezada and say he left the scene. They located him hiding under a bridge after he ran from the skate park nearby. He was arrested after a brief standoff. Don't be surprised if you see smoke coming from Cohasset today. It is a planned control burn. The Butte County Resource Conservation District conducting the burn in the Park Fire Burn Scar, targeting non-native and invasive grasses. The burn starts midday and smoke should be visible throughout the afternoon. You are asked not to call 911. Happening today, the grand opening of the Berry Creek Volunteer Fire Station 61, rebuilt after burning in the Bear Fire 5 years ago. We told you last month the building was complete and ready for use. It will allow Water Tender 61 and Engine 661 to return to their permanent home. For the past 5 years, they've been housed at Station 62 on Berry Creek Road. We will bring you highlights from today's ceremony on tonight's news. Israel and Hamas are a major step closer to ending their 2-year-long war after reaching a deal that calls for Hamas to release all remaining hostages and for Israel to withdraw its forces to an agreed-upon line. Natalie Brand reports from the White House, where President Trump spoke about the breakthrough at his cabinet meeting.
From Hostage Square in Tel Aviv to the streets of Khan Yunis in Gaza, an outpouring of joy and relief as Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first steps to end the war. President Trump celebrated the breakthrough in negotiations while meeting with his cabinet today.
And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace. Peace in the Middle East. We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday.
Late last night, the president spoke to a group of hostage families by phone.
The hostages will come back. They're all coming back on Monday.
Loved ones say their healing cannot begin until all the hostages come home.
The president says in phase 1 of the plan, Israel will withdraw its troops to an agreed-upon line, and then all remaining hostages, including the deceased, will be released in coming days. Israel will also release some Palestinian prisoners.
The administration is hopeful the initial ceasefire provides momentum for achieving a lasting peace, but challenges remain, including whether Hamas will disarm and how Gaza will be governed.
Gaza is going to be slowly redone. You have tremendous wealth in that part of the world by certain countries, and just a small part of that, what they make will do wonders for Gaza.
Palestinians celebrating the news say they just want the bloodshed to end. While strikes by Israel continue today, its parliament is meeting to vote on the deal and start the clock on the ceasefire.
The hostages are expected to be released within 72 hours of the troops' withdrawal. President Trump has said he plans to possibly visit that region this weekend. The government shutdown now in its second week, impacting nearly half of the workforce at the IRS. The agency is furloughing more than 34,000 employees, and that makes up about 46% of the entire tax agency workforce. IRS says it will temporarily pause many taxpayer services, but functions that are required to keep the Social Security Administration running will continue.
On the vote, the yeas are 47, the nays are 50. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative. This motion is not agreed to.
For the seventh time, the U.S. Senate today failed to pass two continuing resolutions to reopen the government by providing temporary funding. Each resolution that needed to get about 60 votes, actually needed to get the exact number, 60 votes, in order to pass, and failed to do so. A community candlelight vigil takes place this evening for the 3 crew members hurt in Monday's medical helicopter crash in Sacramento. The Reach helicopter mission originated in Redding. The vigil will be at the entrance of the Shasta Regional Medical Center starting at 7 tonight. In a social media post, Shasta Regional wrote, quote, "As a hospital and community, we will be offering our love and support during this time to our Reach family, a beloved partner in serving our community." The city of Chico moving forward with delivering 7-day notices at more illegal homeless camps today. That includes along Little Chico Creek from Bruce Road to Pomona Avenue. 10 people are camping there. There are 17 abandoned camps. Also, Comanche Creek, where 10 people are camping. There are 8 abandoned camps there, and along the bike path between Skyway and East 20th Street, where there are 2 illegal campers. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Vitalant is hosting several blood drives this month, and today there are drives in Redding, Red Bluff, and Paradise. Donating blood can help patients undergoing cancer treatments. All donors this month will be entered to win a $10,000 gift card. Today's drives are happening at the Shasta College Tehama campus in Red Bluff on Diamond Avenue from 2 until 4 this afternoon. The blood drive at the Redding campus just ended. You can also donate at Adventist Health Feather River in Paradise on the Skyway until 1:30 today, or of course at any Vitalant Blood Center. Still ahead, one lucky patron won big at Feather Falls Casino. We'll tell you how much he walked away with. And downtown Chico offers month-long festivities to celebrate the fall season. A guest joins us next with details.